All right, guys, every single day I'm more and more convinced that we're just living in a simulation. First, people are trying to figure out why they can see an egg behind a piece of paper when looking at a mirror because people don't know how mirrors work. Now, we have Monster Energy. Okay, the rights holder for Monster Energy is trying to file a bunch of trademark registration objections, as they are, against other franchises that use the term monster, because apparently Monster Energy owns the word monster. So you got franchises like Pokemon, Monster Hunter. They've gone after small indie studios that use the word monster, asking them if they could like change the name. I'm sure as monster taming fans, we're gonna see something like this. And like, honestly, this is the most asinine thing in the world. I had to check. Okay, I had to be like, when was this article published? Yep, the 6th of April, so this is not an April Fool's joke. This here is a translated article from Automation. I will be reading through it a little bit. We also have an English version from Comic Book. So we're going to be sort of talking about this because I think this could have some major implications if it actually stands. I don't think it would. I think it'd be pretty dumb. Monster Energy did not coin the term monster. Obviously, Pocket Monsters has existed since before it, so I'm very curious as to how they're going to sort of justify this. But guys, we are living in the end times right now, okay? The rights holder of Monster Energy, by the way, again, this is auto-translated, so there will be some weird, like, translation issues and stuff like that, but has filed oppositions to the registration of various trademarks, including the name Monster in Japan. You could check it out on the patent information platform JPlatPat. Yesterday, we reported that an overseas horror game developer has received a request to change the title from the rights holder of Monster Energy. There's an article here about it, which we could check out later. After the article was published, information provided by readers and our investigation revealed that the rights holder of Monster Energy filed trademark objections to various games. Monster Energy is an energy drink. I don't have to tell you guys about this. I had a pretty bad addiction to these up to pretty recently. I do still drink the blue flavored one once in a while, but the blue one here with the claws, the low-cal one, it's kind of underrated, but whatever. It seems that the rights holder of Monster Energy has requested that in the patent office to cancel trademark registrations for various trademarks being bearing the name Monster in Japan. It keeps saying in the past, but I just think that has to do with the way it's worded in Japanese. Like maybe it's past tense, so the translation always makes it say in the past, but I'm not too sure about that. But JPlatPat also allows complaints to confirm 134 complaints against Monster Energy Company at this time. Multiple games with monsters in the title also fall under this category. Popular titles such as Pokemon and Monster Hunter are also included. In the Pocket Monsters series, which Pocket Monsters isn't really used too much in the West, like we all know it's Pocket Monsters, but they really use Pocket Monster in Japan. These games are eligible, so you have Pocket Monster XY, Pocket Monster Sun Moon, Monster Hunter as well. Monster Hunter Cross, a trademark for Monster Hunter itself, has also been challenged. For example, in Pocket Monsters X and Y, the following claims are made. This is partially quoted from the actual trademark dispute. In the structure of the trademark of the character Pocket Monster that is conspicuously displayed can function as an independent product identification sign. In commercial transactions that aim to be simple and quick, it is difficult to say that this is always seen as an integral part, and the character part of Pocket or Monster independently functions to identify one's own goods that others have. As a result, in the trademark, the pronunciation of monster and the concept of monster arise from the character part of monster. So they're literally complaining that it has monster because I guess people could get confused. That's the best guess I can, like, I don't understand what their point is here. In the opposition, as mentioned above, it is argued that the concept of monster arises from the name Pocket Monster. He explained that it matches the Monster Energy drink family trademark. In that word, consumers who come into contact with Pocket Monsters may mistakenly believe it is one of the trademarks of the Monster family, or mistakenly believe that the product concerned is a product of business of a person who has some kind of relationship with the complainant. It is argued that there is a risk of confusion as to the origin of the goods. So this is ridiculous. Like, this is like me making a trademark, Poke, right? Let's just say I make a company called Poke, okay? We sell, I don't know, finger dildos, okay? So I'm going to name this company Poke. Then what's going to happen is I'm going to go, well, you know what? I'm going to file a dispute against Pokemon because people might, you know, see the poke part of Pokemon and assume that it's one of my products. So it's like creating your own thing now and then sort of like retroactively trying to remove it. It's like you're trying to erase history basically and act like you invented the word. Like Monster has existed far before Monster Energy came around. And let me just say one thing. This is such a Monster Energy thing to do. Like when you think about people who drink Monster Energy, again, I have had my fair share of Monsters, but you think of like the you know, the Kyles, right? The guys that punch holes in their drywall. This is exactly what a Kyle would do. Monster Energy, get your shit together. Anyway, so the company is also challenging the trademark of the smartphone app Monster Strike. Furthermore, we filed an objection to abbreviated Monst trademark. The reason is that intuitively perceived as the abbreviation of Monster Strike and is easy to assume that consumers' attention and admiration will be attracted to the first part of the name Monster. As explanation provided, in addition, since the first three letters and the first three letters Monsu are shared with Monster, it is claimed that it is similar in appearance to Monster. See, they're trying to like do anything they can. It has been argued that such judgments may lead to confusion of the origins of the good. Furthermore, Monster's name is not the only thing they have challenged. An opposition registration was also filed against a trademark of the logo mark, which was said to be similar to the M logo. Oh my God, they're going after the NBA. Because there's claw marks in it. The trademark registration is in opposition to the Toronto Raptors logo mark, causes confusion as the source of the product might be misleading to customers, believing this project is handled by a person. So they think they own claw marks. Like, this is insane. Y'all never heard of freaking Goosebumps? Like, you're not the first, bro. You're not the first to have monsters and shit. It has been argued that there is a high risk of the Toronto Raptors logo being filed against a trademark registration in the United States by the Monster Energy Company. Good luck. In response to objection to registration, the JPO concluded that there's no risk of causing confusion as to the origin of the product, that the registration and trademark would be maintained in both cases. At the time of writing this article, a large number of objections by Monster Energy and its former name, Hanson Beverage Company, which can be confirmed on JPlatpat, have not been accepted and the trademark registration has been maintained. Monster Energy Company has filed objections against trademark registration, including Monster overseas in the past. He says he also filed objection to trademarks registration of Ubisoft's God and Monsters. The title of the work was changed as a result. Wow. In addition, a representative from the developer of indie horror game Dark Deception Monsters Immortals recently revealed that they are in dispute with Monster Energy Company over the monsters in the title. In addition to filing objections against trademark registration at administrative agencies, there are also cases of disputes between parties over trademark rights. There are many trademarks in Japan that include monster or monsters in their name. Although Monster Energy Company has filed numerous objections in the past, none of these objections have been granted by the Patent Office at the time of writing. The latest opposition, published on JPlatpat, was decided by the Patent Office in November 17, 2022. Even in Japan, it seems they have not changed their attitude of not accepting monster or similar names even recently. So that pretty much gives you everything you need to know. These guys are an absolute joke. How are you gonna sit there? I understand, okay? Monster, it's a pretty well-known energy drink brand. It's related to gaming because, like, you know, they have all their partnerships. I think they had a partnership with Apex not too long ago and stuff like that. But you can't go around acting like you own the word monster just because you branded your... Like by that logic, I could make a company by any name and it would automatically be, you know, my thing, and I should just be able to, like, get rid of anyone else that uses that. What if I just made a product called Mon? And I just went around and I was like, oh, Pokemon, mine, you know, get rid of it. Digimon, nope. Monster, nope. Get guy that says, hey, Mon, nope. Trademark. Like, it doesn't make any sense. It's really stupid. I don't understand why they thought this was a good idea at all. And this just goes more into it more. It's pretty much the same stuff, just with better English. But, yeah, I don't know, man. Monster Energy is kind of messed up. I don't foresee them coming after our channel in any way. I mean, I make YouTube videos. Good luck trying to sue YouTube in order to make sure I don't use the word monster in any of my titles. If somehow monster, and by the way, like, I think any judge, if anything to do with Monster Energy came to court, I think any judge would look at the idea of them trying to claim the word monster as if it's their own, would just laugh in their face. Like, the two words together, Monster Energy, I could see a case. Like, if someone made a game called Monster Energy Battle or something, right? And it was about monsters that can, like, use key blasts or something. I could definitely see them having a case for that, because it's like, our product is called Monster Energy, because your product's not called Monster. It's called Monster Energy, right? Or if there's a game called Energy Monsters, I could see that, even though I'd still say it's a bit iffy, but I could see a case. But they're actually trying to go after the word monster as if they own it, invented it, own the concept. Like, you guys based your whole brand off of a pre-existing word that even your logo is based off of a quote-unquote monster with the claw marks, right? So, I don't know. I think it's a joke. We're living in a simulation. Everybody's stupid. I'm going to bed. All right, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are on this. If you do want to stay up to date on this situation and just monster taming stuff in general, this is your place. Subscribe. If you're not subscribed, you're just smelly and you're like these people. Okay. So, yeah, I'll see you guys next time. I have nothing else to say. Bye.